GGWT. Good afternoon, everybody. I haven't done a journal entry in a while. I'm not even sure where we're at. What day is it? January something, around the 10th or 11th, 9th, somewhere in there. It'll say it in the description. So this is where we are. I've spent the last few weeks securing the greenhouse plastic. I'm actually getting somewhat decent at understanding how to deal with the gale force winds we get up here. Not worked on the Cobb house walls at all. I'm actually going to start working with the design of, actually, I'm not even going to explain it, but in terms of how the wall goes, we're pretty much cleared out. Started, as you can see, putting Cobb around the base of the walls. And the purpose of that is to stop air from coming in, reducing the air pressure that pushes up on the plastic. And mostly what I'm doing right now is starting to plant off some of the walls. So remember, all the walls are going to be planted scapes. And so this got lantana, I think there's lemon, coleus, that might be a lime, and some other ornamentals. You know, all this has got to get excavated out because, of course, the cooking area will be there in the back. Started planting this wall heavily. Some of these guys didn't do too well, but I'm being a gardener, I can tell you which ones will come back and which won't. Some got drier leaves, like this avocado. I'm not worried about it all. The leaves will flake up and dry out because it does not like West Texas desert, and it's been in the desert for almost a year. But if you can see the buds, you know, that's how you can tell that, you know, an avocado is ready to just burst back into life, is all the buds are getting excited because it's been in a greenhouse, a humid area for a while. So of course all that's going to get cobbed off. I'm going to take the cob the height of the wall, so you know, and then do cob on the outside, so the walls will be probably roughly 16 inches thick or more. More plants I've got to plant around, you know, the back of the scape and everything. There's some, actually I think that's a lime that's flowering. She's really ready to go. And this is the beginning of the rocket mass heater Cobb structure. And so, you know, this tubing is for the rocket mass heater, which will go all the way back there. So there'll be hundreds of tons of Cobb that'll snake across this wall that will have very hot, superheated smoke that warms the wall all the way around, and it'll go up and escape out there, starting with the rocket mass heater. And so this will be the heating bench that will keep the greenhouse warm going into next year. I don't suspect this is going to get done for this year, only because it's a one-man band and show. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not really much updates. I've got hundreds of figs getting ready to come out. Those will all go outside. Some of these will go outside. Most of them be planted, you know, against the wall. There are more plants in the back. And then going into after the rainy season next year, or just prior, you know, finish the loft for the Cobb house. The greenhouse might actually be a good 6 feet higher, but it's not going to be plastic, only because I figured out how to get plastic to maintain in high gale force winds. Like I mentioned in the last video, there was a guy's video, I think it was Oklahoma, explained how to do that. So, but you don't want to sleep under plastic, as I've slowly figuring out, at least not under this particular roof. You can pull it tight enough to get it quiet-ish, but at nighttime, it's always going to make a little bit of rattle when the wind is going. And so I sleep with a headset, and that's not exactly that fun. So here, this will be all either glass or hard plastic. And the pliable plastic will be used for greenhouses that people don't sleep in, or at least I don't sleep in. And there's the pond, which is actually starting to be kind of fun because the koi wake up in the morning and they go inside. It's not done. Haven't had time to do any aesthetics. I did a little bit of rock work, but you know, that'll get finished in time. Here's the drawbridge, which is really fun. So if you get unwanted guests, you just pull the drawbridge up. But eventually that'll be a bridge. Right now it's just some planks to walk across. The waterfall, I haven't worked on it all. It's just left here, right here with the plastic. The excess water pressure actually goes up into the, well, it follows that tubing out there, ends up into the hot water air heater, which is out there. I can show you that if you want. I think I already showed it in the last video. Just black tubing snaked through in a box, comes back down through here,